Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Everyone, welcome to the show. So 31-year-old Alabama resident Dillon Herrington walked to the Capitol with his girlfriend following Donald Trump's speech. According to the prosecutor, Herrington was hostile toward the police when he arrived on the restricted grounds, and his attitude got even worse. He became even more aggressive after the police sprayed his girlfriend with pepper spray or some sort of chemical. But they say that she was swinging a flag close to the officers' faces, so it wasn't just because they felt like spraying her. And so that's when Herrington repeatedly approached the police line. He was pointing at them. He was screaming threats at them. He flipped them off. Herrington yelled, quote, "This is what you fucking get," end quote, "fucking pussies." Apparently Trump likes to grab them. And the video evidence shows that other members of the mob had to restrain Herrington. That's how bad he got. Still, he continued to yell threats. He was saying, quote, "Look me in the fucking eyes, motherfucker. I'm coming for you." Well, a bit later, Herrington threw water at a police sergeant, so the police sprayed him with chemicals, and then Herrington threw an empty water bottle at them. He then threw a COVID mask and then a full water bottle. Then Herrington chucked a 4x4 piece of wood at an officer. Luckily, it missed him. And then Herrington flipped the police off again. After that, Herrington picked up a metal barricade and he started walking toward the police, but they said that he must have been hit with more pepper spray because he abruptly changed course and walked away. But then he pulled out an object out of a box that was on the Capitol grounds. It was marked danger high voltage. They couldn't figure out what it was, but whatever he pulled out of there, he hurled it at the officers. Sometime later, Herrington made his way to the Upper West Terrace. He positioned himself above the Lower West Terrace tunnel, and he was recording all of the violence against the police. Approximately 1 hour later, officers noticed that there was a blade of a knife sticking out of the back of his pants. It was sticking out, it looked like out of his pocket. So evidently the blade just went through the fabric. That's how sharp it was. And it was at least several inches were visible out of his pants. That's what she said. Anyway, sorry, it had to be done. Anyway, at that point, the police detained Herrington and they confiscated the knife. He also admitted that he was carrying a taser, so they took that. They cuffed his hands behind his back and they obtained his identity, and then they escorted him off of the Capitol grounds. But by that time, Herrington had been there for about 3 hours. So Herrington was arrested in June of 2021, and he was charged with assaulting officers, civil disorder, entering restricted grounds, disorderly conduct on restricted grounds, and 2 counts of physical violence. In June of 2023, Herrington pleaded guilty to assaulting officers, so he was looking at up to 8 years in prison, 3 years of probation, and $250,000 in fines. However, the prosecutor requested 41 months in prison, 3 years of probation, and $2,000 in restitution. And in his sentencing memo, the government said that Herrington doesn't have a criminal history, but he was involved in a violent assault during his time in the military. This was around 2018. Unfortunately, I couldn't locate any details about what was said at the sentencing hearing, but U.S. District Judge Beryl Howell presided over Harrington's case, and in the end, Herrington was sentenced to 37 months in prison, 3 years of probation, and $2,000 in restitution. I am a bit shocked that the judge didn't give the prosecutor the full 41 months. Judge Howell is typically very tough. It was close, but, I expected the full sentence. And I can't believe that the prosecutor didn't hit him with a deadly or dangerous weapon enhancement. This may very well be the first case that I've seen where they didn't include that enhancement for someone who was carrying weapons on the Capitol grounds. I don't get it. So anyway, I will let you all know if I hear more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like this video, share it, become a subscriber if you have not, become a donor if you possibly can. Really helps to keep the show going. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.